All right, got the lines muted and the recording started. Thank you, Mr. John Thurston, for rubbing it in just one last time. Hey, XANGO Nation, it's Ryan Anderson here. I am so excited to get amped with you guys yet again on a beautiful Saturday morning or evening, wherever it is you're calling in from around the world. I know we've got a couple people even calling in from Colombia today. So, wow. Great things are happening in the XANGO family all over the world. Could be more proud and more blessed to be partnered with each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all that you guys are doing. For those of you that are brand new, this is the Get Amped call with XANGO. It's all about personal development, business building tips, things to help you get your week started right, to get amped, to get excited, to help you build your future, and to get excited to start moving forward with XANGO. So, we here at XANGO, we don't necessarily, we talk about being a part of a business, but more importantly about a lifestyle, because at XANGO we truly believe that if you do this correctly, it's not what you do, it's exactly what we are, and that's what the XANGO lifestyle is. It's about helping people be a little bit better every day so that you can become and grow into the greatness that you were born for. And so, without further ado, we're going to get this call kicked off and get started. So I can't believe where the time is going. It is going so quick, so fast. My little girl this morning come bouncing through the door and said, "Hey, Mommy, Daddy, is it okay that we put up Christmas decorations today?" And my wife's like, "Oh, it's just a little bit too early for that, but we won't be long and it's going to be happening." So the holiday season is almost upon us. And so with that, we've got a few more weeks for the qualifications for the XANGO Paradise trip. We've got almost 900 people qualified so far. We talked about when we launched this promotion in March of last year, we had a 9-month promotion that we ran saying that we were going to paint the beaches orange in the Mexican Riviera, and we've done that. We've actually had to expand it to multiple resorts now. All of them are right there close together. They're all still 4-diamond resorts, but so many people have qualified, which is good because it's showing the growth that's happening within this company, and it's showing that this is the next phase of this company. Is that, you guys have heard me on these calls, you've heard me on the webinars, you've heard me in person talking about how we will do 3 to 4 times more in the next 12 years of XANGO than we did in our first 13 years. And I truly believe that, and I'm already starting to see that. And a lot of you guys are seeing that in your businesses, and a lot of you who are listening to this wasn't with us in the first 12 or 13 years of the business. And a lot of you guys are brand new, but then there's those of you who are with us that have been with us and have truly made this company what it is today because of what you guys have been able to do. And that's one thing that I really want to do as I introduce our guest speaker this morning is I want to kind of plug into that. And I'll introduce her first, and then I'll talk about that topic just for a second. So I've actually had the privilege of working around this young lady for a large part of my career. She's even when I wasn't with XANGO, we spent a lot of time going through and talking about things and just really understanding this industry more and more. She's a student of the industry. She started in this industry almost out of a necessity. She was a single mother that was, struggling from job to job, and at first, like a lot of us, this industry didn't come easy. And she learned how to plug into her upline. She learned how to plug into her mentors and to learn and to follow and do what they did. And there's been multiple times, and I'll ask her to share her story, so I won't do it, but multiple times that she's probably wanted to quit the industry. But since then, she's become a 500K with the company. She's a multi-million-dollar earner. She's earned, I believe, a little over $24 million in her career with this industry, and she's just been able to really help and guide a lot of people. And I consider her not only a business partner, but a friend and a mentor. So without further ado, let's welcome to the call the one and only, the beautiful Sharron Sharif. Sharron, are you there?
Hey, I am here. Thank you for that great introduction. I really appreciate it. And, one of the things that's great about this industry is the people that we get to meet and spend time with, and we can choose who we want to spend time with. And spending time with you, Ryan, has definitely enhanced my life because you're a mentor to everybody. You just got it's just amazing to hear your insights and be able to learn from you. So thank you very much, and thanks for the introduction. What I'm going to talk about today is something that's really, really important, and for a lot of people is where their business sometimes stalemates. And that's giving a plan of action to your distributor, to the new distributor, to the old distributor, whomever you're mentoring is giving them an actual step-by-step plan of action. Not just telling them, okay, let's make a list and start calling your list and talking to your distributors. Talking to your prospects. That is not a plan of action. That's making a list. And unless that new person or even the person who's in your business who hasn't been duplicating doesn't know exactly step by step what they should be doing today, what they should be doing this week, what they should be doing this month to achieve the goals that you and that person have talked about, they're going to stalemate. You're going to see a lot of people who got into your business excited about the business and the potential of being able to enhance their family with extra income, to be able to share health products with people. You're going to see they're not going to be duplicating, because when you just tell them make a list, they don't know what really you're going to be doing with that list. So the first thing you need to do with every person is you need to have them determine just a really strong why. Because if they don't have a why, they're not going to go out and do anything. So they need to define and identify what their why is. Do they want to prepare for retirement? Are they in retirement? Are they young people who know the job market out there isn't what they really want it to be today or ever will be, so they really want to have an opportunity to be able to make the incomes that they deserve? So they need to define it. They need to write it down. You need to help them so you can go back to that. You can go back to that with them. And then the other thing is you need to plan their plan of action, their objective, and what they're going to do. For example, you're going to say, let's make the list, the old list. Everybody you know, let's take the next 30 minutes and you write down your list. I'm going to call you back in 30 minutes. And we're going to go over the list. That's the beginning. And what do you do with that list? We're going to do 3 ways with that list. And how do we do the 3 ways? Don't just tell them you're going to be calling them, you're going to plug me in, I'm going to be your upline authority, or I'm going to be your partner. Tell them what the 3-way consists of, how it's going to go. Okay, Ryan, you're going to be introducing me to you're going to introduce your prospect to me. You do the prospect first so that they feel elevated. And then you're going to introduce me to the prospect, and then you're going to be very quiet. I'm going to do the presentation. I'm going to edify you during the presentation. And then after I've gone through the presentation of the company, the products, the support tools, and what we're going to do to work together to help them make some money this week. And that's going to be my close. It's going to be Mary, you and I, and Ryan are going to work together to help you make some money this week. Okay, Ryan, would you get Mary's information? Let's get her in the system, and let's get her started on her plan of action. So now your distributor knows what your 3-way is going to consist of, so they feel comfortable in plugging you into the 3-way. So once you get started, what is a plan of action? A plan of action is to set a goal. Okay, Mary, what we're going to do this week is we're going to get you started. We're going to work towards, for example, getting you 1 distributor this week and 1 customer. So we're going to take your list. We're going to be calling and we're going to be doing the 3 ways. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to set your first home party. This is really important because we have things now that we really want to do demos on, which is the eye cream and the Pro line. You know, we want to do a tasting and a pasting. I don't know, I just thought of that, but we want to put stuff on the eyes. We want to taste them. So we want to plan your first home party. So which is a good day for you? Let me open up my calendar and let me look. Okay, is Tuesday at 6:30 or 7 or Thursday good for you? Give them 2 dates that week. Don't ask them, what's a good day for you? Because then they're going to be thinking, well, I don't know if it's this week. I don't know if it's next week. Whenever you give somebody a question, always give them 2 choices, so they're going to pick that choice and get their home party, their first home party for that week scheduled, and then tell them, you know what, a home party can be 1 person, 2 people, 10 people. Always remember the number of people you invite. You're probably going to get 50% of them. But even if 2 people come, 1 person comes, That's our starting point. So let's get that home party done. And then we're going to be working on one distributor and one customer each week. So if you do that for just a 3-week period, one distributor at just $100 in volume, and then teach them to get one customer, at the end of 3 weeks, your distributor has become a 1K. Now, if you go forward with that and you tell them, let's get 3 distributors with $200 and teach each of them to get 10 customers, then at the end of the month, and they carry that over into a 4-week period, they're going to be a 5K. So you need to set that goal as to what level they're going to be at. And I tell you guys, going for customers and teaching your new person how to develop a customer base is really important, because you can set a goal to just have family and friends and call them and not put pressure on them to be a distributor. You're just going to get their feet wet in XANGO and say, I don't want you to be a distributor. I don't want you to sell anything. I don't want you to do anything, but you're my family and friends. I just want you to be a customer for me. I just want you to substitute, to change the store that you're buying things that you normally buy, like shampoo, conditioners, body wash, bar soap. How about vitamins? Vitamins are an essential part of everybody's lifestyle. We have the best vitamins in the marketplace with an immune booster. I would like you to get on our vitamins. That's it. And just start people as a customer, and then they're slowly going to work into looking at the next product, So make goals for your people to get 10 customers and then 10 more customers. That's going to build your business. And this makes it duplicatable. And that's what you want. So you want to repeat the same thing. You want to teach the same thing, how to get started. What is the track to run on in getting started? And doing the welcome call, basically, teaching the back office. This is important. Don't tell people to go to the back office and click around. Get on them with Skype. Get on them with sharing screen. Get on them with a phone call, whatever it is. Walk them through how to use the back office, because most people aren't going to have the initiative or the patience to go in there and click around, and then tell them, okay, and show them how to load their app on their phone, what the upgrade is going to be in 30 days for the back office, how to use the deductors. Spend an hour, 2 hours giving an orientation to that new person and teach everybody to do it. So you're going to be duplicatable. Teach them about Facebook. Teach them about getting connected on Facebook to, maybe you have a team, a Facebook team that's going to talk about and recognize people, talk about your calls, talk about the calls that you really want people to listen to. So get them, if they don't have Facebook, get them on Facebook and tell them how and who they should be connecting with, and then make a 30-day plan. And then the other thing is introduce them to the upline that you're working with, because an upline on a 3-way call is validation. It's that third-party person that your distributor is going to want to bring on, because their upline is going to have some success. They're going to have knowledge. They validate. They're just a third-party validation. So be sure that they have the phone numbers, and you've introduced them to a couple of your active uplines. And if it happens, it turns out that maybe 1 or 2 or 3 of your uplines aren't active, or they just don't kind of communicate the way you like to communicate, go further up. If you don't know who that is, call the company. But have a couple of people and tell them that these people are going to be, you're going to use them for your 3-ways. When you're getting ready to do calls, call one of them and ask them, are you available for the next hour? I'm going to be making calls, and if necessary, I'd like to 3-way you in to be my validation, to be my upline. So remember that by introducing people, your distributors, even your customers, to other people in the organization, you're building a community. When you have them on Facebook and they're seeing other posts, they're seeing successes, you're building a community. And a community creates retention. This is a people business. This is about relationships. People can go off and find other products that they might think are absolutely amazing, and they may, they could change stores again. But if they build a community, they built a relationship, your retention is going to be huge. Anyway, those are important, and I would have loved to get out and talk about prospecting, because prospecting and always having a funnel to have communication with, keeping a day timer so that you're writing down, seeing what you do on a daily basis, seeing how many new people you're talking to, how many people in your downline you're talking to, how many calls you've listened to, and work that and work your day timer so that you're getting people, getting their orientation, they're working with you, they're doing their home party, they're working towards the meetings, they're working towards the regionals, they know what the promotions are. They know what the promotions are and what they're working towards, and they're keeping up with that. Keep that plan of action flowing so you have duplication. Anyway, Ryan, I don't know how long we have on this call, but I guess I said a lot.
No, I love it, and I think you covered a lot. But one of the things, too, that if you would, I think, so there's a lot of brand new people that are listening, but there's also a lot of other people that have been with us for a little while that maybe they might be stuck in their business. And so the one thing I love about this industry, and I'd love for you just to spend a little bit of time on as well, is that you could start over every day if you wanted to. There's nobody that's putting a scarlet letter on you that's saying, they've been in for a while or whatever. Every morning you wake up is a brand new day in your business and you can start over again. Would you mind maybe just taking a little bit of time and talking about that?
That is so true. I honestly believe every day I am starting somebody over again. I'm in contact with people every day who may have stopped working their business, stopped using the products. Every day I send out emails to people in my organization who haven't ordered for 3 months or longer to introduce them to the new products. And I just drip on people all the time. And then I'll send out a text messaging or an email to distributors who maybe life has gotten in the way and they've come away from the business and their dreams. They've lost their dreams in life sometimes. I'm always talking to them and telling them about the new things that are happening in the company. I'm telling them, I am here to work with you. And one of the things that I say all the time is, Ryan, you and I are going to work together this week to make you some money. And when you say that, and if you're on a one-on-one, it's really, it's just a great feeling for someone to hear you say that you're going to work with them this week to help them make some money. Because a lot of people also that you're trying to get back into the business, or a new person you're trying to get on the business, their concern is going to be, do I have $150 to purchase products this week to get my business started? But when they hear you say, you and I are going to work together this week to make you some money, now they're going to feel better. And there are people out there who've been, you might say, neglected. They haven't had upline support. They haven't had upline communication. They don't know what's going on in the business, and they need that partner. They need to hear from somebody who's active and who cares about them. And remember, people are going to do a lot for themselves if they feel somebody cares about them. They're going to do a lot with you because they feel you care for them. And I tell you, a perfect situation is my best friend, who's always was my sponsor for 15, 20 years, Tom Elkazin and Bethany Elkazin. Because I love them so much and we had such a strong relationship, my biggest joy every single month when we worked together was to call up Tom and say, how much did I make for you this month after the checks came out? Because that was a joy for me because we had a strong relationship. And I loved just to see what I've done for somebody else. So build those relationships and let people feel that you care about them. It's not about what's going to benefit you. It's about what you benefit them, and they're going to do a lot for it. So communication is important. Get communicating. Make a goal every day to communicate with 3 people, 5 people a day that you haven't talked to in a long time. And then keep dripping on them and showing them that you're there, that you are consistent, that they are going to have that support and that friendship and that camaraderie. You can get a lot of people started. I start people every day, restart people every single day. I restart people on products by sending them the promotions that we have, like the one where people haven't ordered for 6 months. They can order the XANGO juice for $125, including shipping and handling. That's a great promotion, because we loved your business, because we care about your health. We'd like to offer you to get back on the XANGO juice with no shipping, no handling, back on receiving every month. And people hear those promotions. So, Ryan, absolutely, we can restart a lot of people back in the company when they hear about all the new things that are taking place, all the support materials and products and promotions and all of those things.
Wow. Well, I definitely got a lot out of the call today, Sharron. I really appreciate you coming on and talking about that and being able to share all of this. It's definitely important that we do get our businesses started, whether we're brand new or we've been with the company again. We have an opportunity to start our businesses again and then helping people get their businesses started correctly. And one of the things that I think that you said a lot that resonated with me, and I think that it's something that's it sometimes sounds very common sense, but I think it's always a good reminder is to always keep that funnel full. Keep the funnel full of individuals, customers, of distributors, of product shares, people who we know that we can help benefit through the XANGO lifestyle. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom, and thank you so much for everything that you're doing for this company. I know that every day you're working extremely hard on everything, so I really appreciate everything that you're doing. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Ryan. I love it. It just excites me. I hope a lot of people, I know the people on the call are going to take advantage of all of the wisdom and all of the things that you're doing for the company in getting XANGO at the top where it belongs, because it is the best company, the best founders, the best tools, the best executives. We have the best, and we are the best, and we're going to be at the top of network marketing where this company belongs. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words, but honestly, it's the team. Sometimes I feel a little bit jealous because I get to be the dancing monkey on stage and sharing everything that the team, like the things that you guys are putting together from the field and everything that the corporate team is putting together. That's the one thing I will say is we have a committed team here at corporate and in the field that works hand in hand together to make sure that we are going to take this company to the next wave and that next future. And I truly believe that. So, and thank you for all that you do as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, XANGO Nation, that was your $500K multi-million-dollar earner, Sharron Sharif, talking about literally what she does every day and helping people to get started. I know that there's a lot of times she doesn't get to bed till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I know because I've been in her house launching teams with her and doing different things, and then she'll be texting me again the next morning at 8 a.m. wanting to get started again. So it's definitely fun to work with you, Sharron, and I appreciate everything that you do for this company. And XANGO Nation, this is definitely a good time. There's so many great things. The launch of the Eris product, Steve Fifkin's on the call, who just shared a beautiful before and after picture with him, with just a short amount of results, a short amount of time with the results that he's already getting. It's just tremendous. We've got incredible products that are delivering great results that people can see and feel and have noticeable differences for themselves. We have an opportunity to share products that we don't have to wait for the results or to guess if the results are coming. We have legitimate science with legitimate products with legitimate results. And then we have that backed by a compensation plan that is very lucrative, that works, that we don't have to question, does it work? We know that it works because we see it working for people around us every day. And then the third thing on that is that we have a company of the best field leaders that I've ever seen in my entire career. We have a company backed by founders and executives and a whole corporate staff who love and respect each and every one of you as though you're their family members, and they want to help you grow, and they want to help you develop, they want to help you do everything that you can to help you succeed. And so I just want to, there's never been a better time to be a part of this company. Whether you've been with us forever or you've been with us for a short amount of time, I can't reiterate that enough. The people who will be the ones that take this company to the next level are the ones that are going to be the ones that dive into the calls, that dive into the training, who walk forward in faith and feed their beliefs so that they can help themselves grow into the lifestyle, not only that they want, but the lifestyle that they deserve. And it's here with XANGO, it's here right now. Take it, it's here for the taking. You know, we end the webinars every week with saying that it's your time, it's our time, and the time is now. And I can't believe that it's say that any more strongly than that. So with that said, please get with your upline. Please get with somebody in your organization to get started again or get started right. Get plugged in, start filling the funnel, and start living the life that you deserve. So with that, thank you again to our guest speaker, Sharron Sharif. What a great call. And thank you to everybody else for dialing in. Have a great week and hope you get amped. Thanks. God bless. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.